a simple chemical compound. At one time so rare that it was used as money, now so common that you may be at risk of consuming too much. Hi, I'm Molly Kimball, registered dietitian with Ochsner Health System, and today we're talking about salt, that everyday seasoning on your kitchen table. You might not know it, but salt, which is approximately 40% sodium by weight, is hidden everywhere, from salad dressings to frozen dinners to the dishes at our favorite restaurants. The consequences of eating too much sodium can be serious. Just ask any doctor.
I've witnessed the effects of excess sodium on many of my patients, particularly those with congestive heart failure and high blood pressure. It's important to understand the role that sodium plays in your health. You must have a certain balance of sodium and water in your body at all times. If you disrupt this balance by consuming too much sodium, you may be at risk of high blood pressure, stroke, heart failure, kidney disease, and other serious health conditions.
So how much is too much? It's suggested that healthy people try to eat no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, which is the equivalent of about 1 teaspoon of salt. People who are 51 years or older or are African American, have high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, diabetes, or chronic kidney disease shouldn't consume more than 1,500 milligrams per day. The average American, though, takes in more than 3,400 milligrams of salt daily. And as a result, 1 out of every 3 adult Americans has high blood pressure. When you hear these stats, your first instinct might be to lay off the salt shaker. And while that's a good idea, it's by no means the greatest contributor to America's salt addiction. In fact, 75% of our sodium consumption comes not from the salt shaker, but from restaurant foods and processed packaged foods. So what's the best way to sniff out all this hidden sodium? Start with the food labels. Take a look at the amount of sodium listed on the nutrition facts label, but be aware of some sneaky marketing tactics. If a product is labeled as sodium-free, it really does have less than 5 milligrams of sodium per serving. A low sodium label indicates that there's less than 140 milligrams per serving, but if it says reduced sodium, that only means that there's 25% less sodium in that product than what's in the original. And in some cases, reduced sodium products can still be loaded with salt. Take a quick trip around the supermarket and look at a few labels, and you'll quickly spot some of the biggest sodium offenders. Try to limit your consumption of things like frozen dinners, processed meats, canned foods, cheeses, and condiments like salad dressing or soy sauce. And when you're buying packaged foods, look for those with no more than about 250 milligrams per serving. An easy rule of thumb when you're trying to reduce your sodium intake is to choose fresh, whole foods as much as possible. And when you're dining out, most restaurants are more than happy to accommodate a request of no added salt. You'll find that these fresh foods are more flavorful than their canned or processed counterparts, and they're also more nutritious as well. Your taste can change over time, and you can actually get used to lower sodium foods and flavors. Choose things like fresh lean meats, vegetables, fruits, and also look for lower sodium versions of things like soups, salad dressings, and canned goods. Go through your fridge and pantry and replace high sodium foods with healthier versions. Ask your family and friends to support you in your efforts, and you just might inspire them to consume less sodium as well. These lifestyle changes might be challenging at first, but successfully reducing your sodium intake can have significant benefits on your health and quality of life. Ask your doctor for more information, stay informed, and stay healthy.